Okay, so I hope this works. I'm doing a speed build of a bar that I built in Newcrest. It's on a 25 by 15 lot, but I started it on a 30 by 20 lot, which is why like when the video starts it's already half built because I had to like save it to my library and move it. But yeah, I wound up calling this skillbuilder's bar because it was kind of big and I didn't really know how to fill the space. So I wound up putting like a bunch of random stuff in it, like an easel, a like photo studio sort of place, a lot of like the games, and I even put the bubble machines, which I guess that's not a skill, but you know, it's fun. The build was sort of inspired by a house in my neighborhood that my mom and I drove past, and she was like, that house is so ugly. But it has like stone accents, but it's also made out of brick, and like it's brown. And I don't know if I necessarily thought it was ugly, but I did think it was kind of interesting, right? So I decided to build it. There's also like black accents, so black doors, black windows, black roof trim, black fence. I used this brick from university, and I've never used it before. I think it was called like Foxbury Stone, but I thought it was cool. Yeah. So used a lot of stuff from Seasons in this pack, in this build. Like I used Seasons windows and doors everywhere, and I used the Seasons stone, and I think maybe a couple other like Seasons objects, like wall color. No, probably not any wall colors besides the stone. I don't know. Yeah, Seasons is a good pack. I just don't like, it's everybody's favorite, like, I don't know, holy grail, is that the right word, sort of pack. Like, it's everybody's favorite pack, but I don't necessarily think it's my favorite. I'm pretty sure mine is cats and dogs, but like they also say like Seasons is a pack that they can't play without, and I suppose I probably couldn't play without Seasons. I'd probably be like, why are they only in summer? I don't know, it probably would make me annoyed, but I don't know if it's my favorite pack. Like, I don't really use much of the cast items anymore. When I first got the pack, I used the cast items all the time for the winter stuff, but now I don't really use the winter stuff from Seasons. Maybe I feel like maybe I used too much of it and then I don't use it anymore. And the Seasons are obviously the best part, but like it doesn't even come with a world, which I understand, like they added so much, that's why it didn't come with a world, but I was just like, man, if Seasons had a world, that would be so much better. Yeah, I don't use the cast stuff from Seasons for winter outfits anymore, but instead I use the Snowy Escape stuff. We can talk about Snowy Escape. What are your thoughts on it? Because I have really not used it yet, like at all. To be honest, like I don't think I've ever used it. Not ever. I mean, okay, I use the winter cast items all the time. All of the cast items, to be honest. They're all really pretty, and the hairs are really good, and I like that a lot of the hairs come in 2 different colors. They did the same thing with Island Living, but I heard Deligracy say this, and I think I sort of agree. Like both of those packs, Island Living and Snowy Escape, there's no incentive, quote unquote, to go to those worlds or become a snowboarder or whatever. Maybe if there was like, I'm thinking maybe if there's like a snowboarder career. Well, I guess there's a lifeguard career. I don't know. There's no, like, there's, like, Seasons, you're like, oh, I want my sim to experience Seasons, I guess. Cats and dogs, it's like, oh, they can have a pet. But I guess for Seasons, no. What are we talking about? Oh, for Snowy Escape, like, there's sort of no reason. And that makes sense. I don't know. I haven't used it yet, to be honest. I downloaded it. Or I bought it, right? I probably should use it since I bought it. But I bought it, I used the cast items a bunch, and then I played with one sim in the world a little bit, and I think she went snowboarding like twice, but she didn't really do anything else. Yeah. But, I don't know. Like I said, I probably should be using it because it is something I spent a lot of money on. But I haven't used the build items at all. I tried to use them in this build, but then I didn't. And no, I used the counters. I've used the counters a bunch because the counters are really nice. And I think I've used the stove too, because it's literally what people have been saying for years. Well, I don't know about people. Honestly, the only person I've heard say that like repeatedly is the Sim Supply or James Turner. He says a lot. He's like, why do these stoves all have parts that touch against the wall? And I agree with that. Like, I'm glad that now there's a stove that doesn't, but I'm also sort of like my stove does that. And I think like, I don't know, because of COVID, I have not been in a lot of people's houses recently, but I think in my friends' houses it does that. And in my grandparents' house and stuff, this stove like touches the wall. I mean, I feel like, no, actually in one of my friends' house, it's in the island. So I guess if it's in the island, which I guess is the appeal of having a stove that doesn't touch the wall. But I think it's a good stove and it has a lot of swatches. So I don't know if we need another one. But that being said, we have a lot of different stoves and a lot of different swatches. At least there's some like variety. Should I be talking about the build? Probably. Okay, well, I put a flag out here because I thought it was cute. There's a ping pong room in there. What else is downstairs? A room for ping pong. Oh, a room, like a movie theater sort of room. And it also has video games, which I added later. And then what else is there? Oh, the like bubble station thing. And then, of course, there's the bar. I used the bowling night stuff bar, which I never use. I almost considered adding a bowling alley, but I wasn't sure it would fit. Also, I thought that using this photo studio from Get to Work might be really good for the, like, sort of a photo booth type thing, but I wound up not doing it. So I made this little photo studio room. It just has, like, one light, a camera. It's like, the best camera, the Moschino stuff camera, and then, like, the position marks, which, I put 3 of them, because I'm like, well, that's the max amount of Sims that your Sim might want to take a picture with, I guess. And then here I use this games table. I genuinely don't think I've ever used the games table to play games. It's not like the Don't Wake the Llama table, it's the card table. And I definitely have not used the card table, I don't think. Yeah. And then I realized I didn't have a bathroom. I was going to use one of the random rooms as a bathroom, but then I just didn't wind up doing it. So then I made that as a bathroom. Also, I think I mentioned this, but on the back porch, there's some like outdoor seating. Yeah. I do not know how to make public bathrooms at least interesting, because it's sort of like, what are you going to add? Like they don't have like an extra toilet, not an extra toilet. They don't have like storage really. I guess I probably could have put towels, but I don't understand when people put the like hand towels in like public bathrooms, because when have you ever been in a public bathroom that doesn't use paper towels? There is a paper towel holder though from Get to Work that I could have put in there actually. Oh, so out here on this front porch, I did put some easels. Those are ones from University. I just like them because they're black. Yeah, they're like collapsible and you're supposed to be able to put them in your inventory. But since this is you probably won't be able to on this slot. Also, I put a mural that I downloaded from the gallery in one of the rooms. And I wasn't sure what I was going to do with this big room up here. I was like, maybe I'll put like music and a dance floor, but that was like, that's not for a bar. That's for a nightclub. Oh yeah, I also really like part of the reason I just put a bunch of random stuff is because I really didn't know what to put in this bar, because I don't know. I'm not a frequenter of bars. I am 16 years old. That is why. And also there's coronavirus, COVID-19 pandemic. So I think nobody should be frequenting bars currently. But that's just my opinion, you know. So I did some landscaping out here. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm pretty sure some of the flowers like stick through and go into the room, but like just don't look too closely at it. Yeah, just ignore it. I think I finish up with a little bit more landscaping and then I will be done. So yeah, it's on my gallery at rainborz, RAINBORZ. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, whatever.